Also, some people try to file appeals, they are not entertained except on grounds of fraud or coercion. Otherwise, they are not.
Sir, I've got two chunks of questions, sir. The first one would be, are we doing enough to integrate technology into the whole judicial infrastructure? I know there's been an investment going on. Do you think it's enough? And do you think that's the right frame of mind and right outlook also, the way we're integrating technology? And number two is, live telecast of judicial proceedings has also led to a theatrical element on both sides, unfortunately and fortunately. And where do you see that going towards us?
Yes, technology being used in courts, I don't think we can escape from AI taking over our lives. And there is a prediction that AI is going to take over lawyering also. Don't bother, as of now, all of you are not in any danger, especially in this country. For about 2 years before I retired, I was in charge of the AI in the Supreme Court. And we started the program in right earnest. We started having certain programs relating to translation of judgments, and also providing a program which would be useful for the purpose of efficient administration in the court. That we made it very clear that whatever work is done in the administration of the court or justice would not be utilized for making decisions. The machine cannot definitely substitute the man. So decision is taken by the judge, because the judge looks into several things in a matter for the purpose of reaching a conclusion which a machine can't. What the machine does is what we did when we were doing that was a number of criminal cases were fed, and then thereafter the machine is ready with an answer when you give the facts of the case. But that might not be the result if human mind is working. I think the Supreme Court has done sufficiently enough for the purpose of improving technology in courts. I think all the courts in this country now are connected to the judicial grid, and they are also being monitored. Apart from that, the AI is being used in the district courts also. In this vast country, doing this much itself is very good. So much needs to be done. Insofar as live streaming is concerned, I have my own views. I might say that you're right. I can even argue that you're wrong. Justice Clarence Thomas of the US Supreme Court, who is the longest serving judge on the US Supreme Court, he's been there for about 30 years. When live streaming was sought to be introduced in the US Supreme Court, he said that he is opposed to it. In US Supreme Court, all the 9 judges sit together. The Supreme Court works en bloc is what they say. He was afraid that each judge might try to do some sort of a one-upmanship, which means that if I am sitting on a bench, so I would try to show to the world that I am more intelligent than others. So I would start playing to the gallery instead of answering the questions or whatever. That's what his apprehension was. I'm not bothered about that insofar as India is concerned. My idea about live streaming is that all important cases pertaining to constitutional law, or even matters where there are certain important issues which the public would be interested in, they can be live streamed, because I know a number of people who have told me that they have been watching the live streaming of the Supreme Court. I'll tell you with my own personal experience as judges, when we hear important cases of constitutional law, etc., the dialogue would be much lesser. The lawyer is permitted to speak more. So there are questions that are put, unlike when we hear SLPs, about 65-70 cases a day, we speak more than the lawyer. We don't permit the lawyer to speak. And sometimes the atmosphere is really charged. I think public need not know what happens in court. Lawyers shouting at judges, judges shouting at lawyers. So that's not advisable, and there's no knowledge that is being imparted. So I would say that it should be restricted only to very important matters.
Sir, very good morning, sir. My name is Rishi Kunal. So my question is, So there was a legal legend in this country who had once very famously said that if a good lawyer is a person who knows the law, but a great lawyer is a person who knows the judge. Sir, as an eminent personality, as an eminent legal personality yourself, you've been both a lawyer as well as a judge, an honorable judge. So I would want to ask you to elaborate on this as to how is it that we can, know the judge. I mean, in what aspects would it help us in getting a litigation in our favor?
The very lawyer who said that became a great lawyer not because he knew the judge. Jetmalani never knew any judges. So, whatever he said was with reference to the present times. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, merely because you have coffee with me or Nagarjuna Reddy when we were judges, we wouldn't have passed orders in your favor. This is a misnomer. And there is something which the lawyers do which should not be done. Being cynical and a psychopath is not going to help. You run behind judges, try to please them outside court, that will not be carried to court by most of the judges. There might be a feeling that some judge would pass an order because of his acquaintance. That's not correct. I was told, I will not take the name, when I started practice, I was told that there was a senior judge who retired by the time I came. So he used to have drinks with some lawyers. Next day morning, the lawyer appears before him and he used to dismiss their cases. So it's not going to help. In the southern part of the country, normally judges do not have drinks with lawyers in parties. In the Supreme Court, Delhi, Bombay, this is common. So, and these parties go on till 11:30, 12 in the night. But things next day morning are completely different. There might be some black sheep, there might be some people, but that's not the norm. Knowing the judge is not going to help. At least I've been advocating since I was an advocate that whatever you do in court is more important. And sometimes judges would find out that lawyers were trying to get to them through all these methods, and that might work as a deterrent.
Thank you.
Last question, sir. I would like to bring you the plight of the young lawyers, sir. Many of my friends are getting demotivated to enter litigation itself because here they are paying very meager amounts, sir. And not only that, how to be motivated? What is the method to be motivated for the younger people? And not only that, recently I had gone to Farida, one of the judgment of the Honorable High Court of Madras, Farida Begum versus state, where it has stipulated some guidelines to the Bar Council of that state, giving certain wages, suppose certain amounts, sorry, we should not say wages, certain amount has been prescribed.
You use the word stipend.
Stipend has been prescribed to support the young lawyers. Some initiative should be taken to motivate the young lawyers.
I think there are schemes of the Bar Council where
state government.
Nothing like that, sir.
No. I heard that some bar councils pay some money, 1,000, 2,000. No, nothing. Why don't you ask them to pay?
See, in our institute, sir, no one are even interested to go to litigation, sir. They are choosing only corporate. The young minds are completely being deviated, sir.
See,
so how to be motivated?
I can understand the problem because long number of years back even I've seen my colleagues go through this. See, it might be difficult to keep yourself motivated, but you should be passionate about it. There is a need. I see some senior advocates also here sitting in the crowd. There is a need for the senior counsel to actually take care of the junior counsel or people who are working in the office. Pay them decently. I think in the constitutional courts they're still paid well. I'm not very sure about district courts. There might be people who might be paying well. but it is for the senior advocates to somehow or other keep you comfortable at least, because you do not know about the future. If you want to continue to in the profession, you should survive. Survival would be a problem. I agree with you, but the motivation should come from within the profession, and the motivation should be with you. You have to withstand all these difficulties to make it big. Thank you so much. I congratulate the Bar Council of Andhra Pradesh for having this program on a yearly basis. And the Vice Chancellor of the University, I find that the facilities here are very good. I wish you all the best, and I hope that you have a great future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your presentation is so informative and admirable. Thank you very much. Now, felicitations to the Honorable yes.
It is my proud privilege to deliver my vote of thanks to Honorable Mr. L. Nageswararao, former Judge of the Supreme Court of India, for gracing today's session with his presence and wisdom. Your Lordship, we are truly honored to have heard from someone distinguished career spans decades, both as a distinguished advocate and a respected judge. Your lecture today on the art of advocacy in an ever-changing landscape of the legal field was both timely and timeless. On behalf of the Bar Council of Andhra Pradesh and Damaodaram Sanjivaiah National Law University and every participant present, I extend our heartfelt gratitude.